The News Hour Special Edition.
Namaskar, good evening. You're watching the special edition of News Hour and I'm Swati Joshi. A powerful cultural message from RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat has triggered a debate on India's cultural core. Speaking at an event in Bengaluru titled 100 Years of Sangh Journey, New Horizons, Mohan Bhagwat linked nationhood to Hindu identity. He said Bharat's identity is Hindu. He added that nobody is a Hindu. Elaborating on his claim, Mohan Bhagwat said every community in India, be it Muslims or Christians, they all spring from the same ancestry. Speaking about Hindu unity, Mohan Bhagwat also added that Hindu community must resist attempts by politicians who try to divide them on caste lines.
Actually, in Bharat, there is no Ahindu. All the Muslims, all the Christians, they are also descendants of the same ancestors. They don't know it, or they are made to forget it. Every nation has its core culture. There are many inhabitants, but there is a core culture. What is the core culture of Bharat? That is, whatever description we give, it leads us toward Hindu.
No Brahmin is allowed in Sangha. No other caste is allowed in Sangha. No Muslim is allowed, no Christian is allowed, no Shaiva, no Shakta. Only Hindus are allowed. So people with different denominations, Muslims, Christians, any denomination, they can come to Sangha. Keep your separateness out.
And on expected lines, the opposition, which didn't bat an eyelid when a sitting chief minister from the Congress party openly said that Congress is equal to Muslims and Muslims is equal to Congress, is now training guns at the RSS chief for making a definitive statement about India's civilizational identity, which is rooted in Hindu ethos. Ironically, leaders of the Congress party who call themselves custodians of India's secular ethos are hitting out. Congress is calling RSS a dangerous organization. The left says RSS doesn't value ideals of the constitution, and Sena UBT leaders are accusing BJP of playing politics of Hindu-Muslim division.
No, this is the reason when I say that RSS is a dangerous organization. What is the meaning of Hindu? They claim that everybody who is in India, he is Hindu. And then he has so many times he has emphasized that Hindus should come together. It should be Hindu Rashtra.
First, RSS should accept the Constitution of India. The Constitution makes it very clear, we the people. And even Netaji said Jai Hind. He has not said Jai Hindu. Why they are opposing the Constitution, the foundational principles of the Constitution?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी बिना हिंदू मुसलमान किए कभी कोई अपना राजनीतिक वक्तव्य करती ही नहीं है। मोहन भागवत जी सही कह रहे हैं कि हमारा सबका जो वंशज है वो सब एक प्रकार से पूर्वज हिंदू ही थे, लेकिन हिंदू से भी पहले हम सब माँ भारती की संतानें हैं। ये भाजपा को आदरणीय मोहन भागवत जी नहीं समझा पा रहा है, ये बहुत ही बड़ा दुर्भाग्य है।
But while Bhagwat's message has rattled the ecosystem, they conveniently chose to ignore Revant Reddy's appeal to Muslims, where the Telangana CM said Congress means Muslims and Muslims mean Congress. Union Minister Rajnath Singh has called out Telangana Chief Minister for his remarks, but not one word from the same parties that are calling Bhagwat's message part of a larger Hindu Rashtra agenda.
कांग्रेस है तो मुसलमान है, कांग्रेस है तो आपकी इज्जत है। जब कांग्रेस नहीं है, अब कुछ नहीं है। तीसरे खिलाड़ी को जो हिंदुस्तान को जीता है वर्ल्ड कप में, उनको मैं मंत्री बनाया। भाई माइनॉरिटी का मुसलमान भाइयों का हिस्सा अजहरुद्दीन साहब को हमने मंत्री बनाया। फिर किशन रेड्डी साहब को क्या तकलीफ हो रहा, पेट में क्या दर्द हो रहा, मंत्री बना के माइनॉरिटी के हिस्से माइनॉरिटी को दे दिए। मुसलमान का मतलब कांग्रेस, कांग्रेस का मतलब मुसलमान। आज कांग्रेस की ताकत, तेलंगाना सरकार की ताकत, हमारे मुसलमान भाई।
आज के 2-3 दिन पहले एक स्टेटमेंट कांग्रेस के नेता तेलंगाना के चीफ मिनिस्टर का मैंने सुना। उन्होंने कहा कांग्रेस का मतलब मुसलमान और मुसलमान का मतलब कांग्रेस। बहन भाइयों, हिंदू हो, मुसलमान हो, ईसाई हो, कोई भी हो, जो भी भारत में रहता है सभी भारत के नागरिक हैं, सभी एक दूसरे के भाई भाई हैं। मैंने अपने राजनीतिक जीवन में कभी भेदभाव नहीं किया, लेकिन यहां कांग्रेस का मतलब मुसलमान और मुसलमान का मतलब कांग्रेस राजनीति को किस हद तक नीचे ले जाना चाहते हैं।
All right, let's open this up and go across to our guests. We're joined by Professor Rakesh Sinha, former MP, Rajya Sabha and RSS ideologue. Tushar Gupta, political analyst, joins us. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader Congress, along with Professor Akhil Swami, a political analyst on the broadcast. Thank you very much and good evening to all of you. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, when Mohan Bhagwat talks about Hindu, he says he's talking about the civilizational core of this country, the cultural identity of the country. He says since we all share the same ancestors, that's why he says there's no a Hindu in this country.
Swati ji, good evening to your viewers. I am a Hindu. I'm proud Hindu. I am proud Sanatani, and I want to request Sri Mohan Bhagwat ji that please, as an RSS chief, you should not talk about Hindus or Hinduism. Reason being, Hindus' ethos was Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya. Hindu always respected all religion. It is even written in Gita. Swami Vivekananda also said that we should respect all religion as one. Now, what RSS does? They created Nathuram Godse. They radicalized Hindus. They killed that the basic ethos of Sanatana, basic ethos of Hindu. So, Hinduism is a beautiful religion, beautiful way of life. Sanatana is a beautiful way of life. But the kind of damage Bharatiya Janata Party and its political ideology RSS has done, I think they should not talk about Hinduism at all. Now,
but he also spoke about the criticism that you were just talking about. He said we don't have place and space for people who identify themselves based on caste or religion. When you once enter the Shakha, the only identity is that you're the son of Bharat Mata, that you are an Indian.
No, Swati, that is not true, because in the same Shakha, these trainings are given. I myself went to Shakha when I was a child, and the kind of messaging was given there. I told my brother कि यहाँ तो जो है एक तरीके से नफरत सिखा रहे हैं. They are teaching the divisions from the very childhood. So and we have seen there has been number of cases in the RSS Shakhas where people are assaulted sexually, assaulted morally, assaulted in different manners. So I don't think what he's claiming is actually happening in Shakha. Probably he need to introspect and see what is exactly happening in Shakha, because Shakha is working as a tool to radicalize all those peace-loving Hindus, all those Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina kind of Hindus, to a radical extremist Hindus, which was never ethos of the country. Our country was always a beautiful country where हम लोग रहीम जी जो है कृष्ण पे दोहे करते थे, हिंदू जो है मुस्लिमों के बारे में बात करते थे, because culture was so much gelled together that we used to love each other like our brothers.
Okay. Professor Sinha, how do you respond to that criticism?
You know, first of all, Mohan Bhagwat ji, when talks to the core culture of the country, is Hindutva. He is indicating a historic process of undoing the otherness and binary based on violence and abhorrence. For the last many decades, the politics of the Congress and the left liberals reproduced, I say reproduced because it was already before 1947, the otherness or binary. It is not a binary simply that you are a Muslim and a Hindu. That can be tolerated. The binary is based on the abhorrence. Abhorrence means that the Muslims' rights are protected. Any reform, constitutional reform, is objected because it is a danger on the Muslim identity. When Triple Talaq came, entire Congress party was shouting that you are endangering the Muslims. All over the world, democratic, secular democracy, there is a uniform civil code except India. Because here uniform civil code means attack on the minorities. When there is a cow slaughtering, they say it is right. It is a right of the Muslims or it is a right of the Christians. Because Hindus are a vulnerable community. Here Mohan Bhagwat ji, what he says that a historic process of the country produced a way of life. And all communities should be part of the way of life, irrespective of the religion, caste, community. And his emphasis is very historic due to two reasons. One, that in the party system of the country, there's a unhealthy competition to get the votes. It is natural in any party system, whether in America or India. RSS is above that. RSS is trying to undo that.
Okay.
That's why he said that whether Christian or Muslims or Parsi, they are all Hindus. A second factor is that he is invoking two things. One, the ancestry. Our ancestors were the Hindus, so our root. Secondly, our philosophy. You see, from India, India's identity is by Vedas, by Puranas, by Mahabharata, by Ramcharitamanas, by Smritis, not by the Quran and Bible. These are their religious books. It's fine.
Okay.
They should be respected. But you cannot disown these books. India in the projected, you cannot disown this Shankaracharya. So it is a message to the Muslim community that you have not to dilute your religion. You have to dilute the philosophy of religion. And I'm just ending. The Congress, today's Telangana Chief Minister's statement shows that Congress is formally entering into the dark zone of the Muslim League. There is now no need of another Muslim League in this country. Owaisi should resolve his party. Because Congress, an all India party, is offering itself to become a Muslim party. This is a great message to the Muslims and Congress. Now, thanks to Telangana Chief Minister that he exposed his own philosophy and betrayed the India's secular democracy. He is betraying the India's
Chief Minister has actually exposed Congress party's mindset and philosophy. I want to bring in Professor Akhil Swami. Now, the allegations, the criticism of the BJP and RSS always, often by the opposition, is that they are sowing seeds of hatred, radicalizing, spreading communalism. What is Revant Reddy doing then when he says, Congress के बिना मुसलमान नहीं है, मुसलमान की इज्जत नहीं है, आप कुछ नहीं है अगर कांग्रेस नहीं तो Congress is equal to Muslims and vice versa.
Swati, suppose I accept what Mohan Bhagwat says. Suppose I accept. 142 crores Indians are Hindus. Suppose I accept that. Then why in the 100 years of the history of RSS, all Chitpavan Brahmins have become the RSS chief? Only one Rajput and all Brahmins. So that means that other caste and religions who join RSS, वो केवल दरी बिछाएंगे. RSS chief will become only a Chitpavan Brahmin. Next also will be a Chitpavan Brahmin. Why? If 142 crores are equal and all are Hindus, number one. Number two, if all are Hindus, then why BJP does not give any ticket to the so-called Muslims who are supposed to be Muslim Hindus? Why they are not given any ticket? Number two. Number three, see, the basic point is that if हमने ये सुना था कि हमारा जो बर्थ हुआ है आदम और हव्वा से हुआ है या मनु से हुआ है, एक ही पति था, एक पुरुष था, एक स्त्री थी. अगर एक पुरुष एक स्त्री थी, इसका मतलब यह है उनका धर्म क्या था? क्या वो हिंदू थे? क्या वो क्रिश्चियन थे?
अखिल स्वामी, दो बातें. चुनाव, जब चुनाव होता है तो चुनाव जब होता है तो विनेबिलिटी बड़ा क्राइटेरिया होना चाहिए. विनेबिलिटी बड़ा क्राइटेरिया होना चाहिए या रिलीजन बड़ा क्राइटेरिया होना चाहिए? दूसरी बात, एटलीस्ट रेवंत रेड्डी ने तो स्पष्ट कर दिया कि वो किस तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं, कांग्रेस किस तरफ बढ़ रही है. तो आप ये मॉरल हाई ग्राउंड कैसे ले रहे हैं?
मैं कैसे ले रहा हूं बताता हूं. देखिए, असली सनातनी मैं हूं, इसलिए मैंने शादी विवाह जो न करे वो हिंदू नहीं है, वो सनातनी नहीं है, जो अपने वंश को आगे न बढ़ाए. मात्र ऋण पितृ ऋण से आप उऋण नहीं हो सकते जब तक आप शादी करके और आरएसएस के 80% लोग.
अरे डिबेट किस बात पर हो रही है? आप पर्सनली, आपने एक सेकंड, मैंने सवाल आपसे रेवंत रेड्डी पर पूछा, उसको छोड़ करके आप हर जगह चले. ओके, राकेश सिन्हा हैज अ काउंटर क्वेश्चन. प्रोफेसर सिन्हा हैज अ काउंटर.
Kindly give me just 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds to you.
This I am asking this gentleman. Then Shankaracharya are now Sanatani? Shankaracharya has not married? Just give me answer. Are you disowning Shankaracharya as Sanatani? Just one question. Give me an answer, yes or no.
Shankaracharya, who says that RSS and BJP are curse on this country? Do you
Professor
follow
Swami,
that, Shankaracharya?
Professor Swami, if you don't have answers, you can just admit. You can just admit that I don't have any logical answers or points to make instead of distracting and derailing. Tushar Gupta, what is this? Criticism just for the sake of it, or lack of knowledge?
No, I must condemn what Akhil Swamiji just said, even though I have political disagreements with Rahul Gandhi and his party. But to say that because a man is not married and his vansh is not moving along, he's not a Sanatani, I'm sorry, but Ashwaniji here always claims that Rahul Gandhi is a Sanatani. So is Akhil Swami saying that Rahul Gandhi is not a Sanatani? Nevertheless, let's come to the core question. There was, the Republic of India came into being in 1947. Before 1947, this subcontinent existed for thousands and thousands of years. We were here 5,000 years ago. We were here 2,000 years ago. We'll be here 5,000 years from now. But what Mohan Bhagwat is saying, that when we were in a civilizational space, say 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, it was a very different land. Yes, a lot of it might not be relevant to a lot of people today in the current republic, but you cannot forget that where we started as a civilization, the crux, the core, the ethos, it all derives from Hinduism. People today may follow different religions, but if they go back 1,000 years or 1,500 years, if they want to go back, they might discover who their ancestors really are. But again, it might not have a relevance to how they live today, and that also is a choice that is dictated by the constitution. So absolutely right in doing what they're doing. That's their life, their choice. But you cannot ignore where our civilization came from. We cannot pretend that India began in 1947. That is now how this works. India has been here for 5,000 years. Our subcontinent has taken many forms. It was under several monarchies. It has seen several religions. It has seen several schools of thought. It has seen everything. But to narrow it down, what happened between 47 and 2025, I think that is incorrect, and that is how we should see Mohan
And is
Bhagwat's
that
point.
only being
It's
done?
not a-
Okay. Is that only being done for appeasement politics?
No, absolutely not. You tell me, Swati, do all Hindus vote for the BJP? Do all Hindus vote for the BJP?
I meant the criticism of that coming in from the Congress. Is that being done for
Swati,
appeasement politics purely? Because now Revanth Reddy has made his intentions very clear.
You know, whenever I talk about Congress and appeasement politics, I only ask people to go back to 2012 and 13 and remember what UPA was trying to do in its final months. The communal violence bill, the Waqf amendments of 2013, and the minority sub-quota which they tried to put in forward before the Supreme Court. That was all in the final months of the UPA. Do we need any more evidence that Congress out and out is a Muslim appeasement party? What Manmohan Singh said, Muslims have the first right to India's resources. Have you forgotten all of it? You know, the Congress tried to twist that statement, misinterpret it, do a lot of things. But they exposed for everyone else to see.
Ashwini Kumar Mishra.
Swati, first of all, I wanted to respond to what Sinha ji said. I am very happy that he mentioned about Vedas, Gitas and everything, but he did not mention the Manu Smriti, the same RSS which used to say that Manu Smriti is far better than the constitution. And they really wanted to run the country through the Manu Smriti and not the constitution. Same RSS who actually burned the constitution and burned the effigies of Ambedkar. So I'm very happy that he did not talk about Manu Smriti at least when he talked about Vedas and other Hindu granths. Now coming back to the question of what Congress thinks as a Muslim appeasement, if you remember how Modi ji said in 2024 in the rally in Rajasthan, he said Congress is saying that all the minorities, especially Muslim, has first rights on the assets of the country. So they will give your wealth to all the people who has more children and who are infiltrators. That was the statement of Shri Narendra Modi ji, who himself called entire Muslim population as infiltrators in India. Do you think Muslims are the infiltrators? Do you think APJ Abdul Kalam was an infiltrator? Do you think
what are you talking about?
Yes, just his rally speech from 2024 in Rajasthan. This is a statement from Modi ji. So please don't teach us that we are talking about appeasement. You are talking about.
Are you saying the Prime Minister said that he is going to remove all the Muslims from the country because he believes that they are all infiltrators?
He said that Congress कहती है कि मुस्लिमों का पहला राइट, माइनॉरिटीज स्पेशली मुस्लिमों का पहला राइट असेट्स पे होना चाहिए. वो आपकी सारी वेल्थ
कांग्रेस पार्टी के पॉलिटिक्स पर, कांग्रेस पार्टी की जिस तरह की पॉलिटिक्स है उस पर एक टिप्पणी थी. Also tell me something, Ashwini Kumar ji, 2014 और 20 because the criticism Ashwini Kumar ji is that 2024 में आपका 400 पार तो हो नहीं पाया. 2014 और 2019 में इतने भारी मैंडेट से वो आए थे. He could have done that in 2014 and 2019 itself. अगर ऐसा ही कुछ करना था तो.
Because he knew that he's losing election. That's why he's using all this.
2014, 2019, he thought he's losing elections.
I am talking about 2024 when he gave this statement.
No, but talk about the massive land. One second. talk about the massive win in 2014 and 2019. If that was his intention from day one, even before becoming the Prime Minister, what was stopping him?
2014 was a win of lies where whole narrative was created about the multiple corruption in the country. None of the people convicted in that. This whole Anna Andolan was a conspiracy.
No, 1 second, sir. 1 second. 2014, it may have been a narrative, according to you, and a lie, a web of lie of corruption. आज तक भी लोगों ने कांग्रेस को chance नहीं दिया because of that narrative in 2014.
No, Swati. Now, if you have a fair election, BJP will not even have.
Okay, Tushar Gupta. So in Telangana, Revant Reddy becomes the chief minister. The Congress party wins. वहाँ पे there is no narrative. There is no web of lies. वहाँ पे fair election होता है. तुषार गुप्ता.
Ashwani Kumar Mishra is winning a competition internally being conducted in the Congress of the most inefficient spokesperson. अभी ये बोले कि उनको पता था 24 में वो हार रहे तो उन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया, पर फिर 1 मिनट बाद कहते नहीं फेयर इलेक्शन नहीं, वो वोट चोरी करके उनकी 240 सीटें आई हैं. इनका खुद का एक नैरेटिव ही कंसिस्टेंट नहीं है. एंड दूसरी चीज, आप बार बार बात करते हैं, मनमोहन सिंह ने ये कहा, नरेंद्र मोदी ने कहा, द प्राइम मिनिस्टर सेड अबाउट इन्फिल्ट्रेटर्स, he did not refer to all the Muslims. You are creating fake news on national television, so please be more responsible. And आप बार बार ये वोट चोरी की बात करते हैं, बार बार कहते हैं आरएसएस पोलराइज करती है. आप क्या करते हैं? आपके तो खुद की सरकार कोर्ट में गई थी एफिडेविट लेके दैट वी हैव नो प्रूफ ऑफ लॉर्ड राम, वी हैव नो प्रूफ दैट द राम सेतु एग्जिस्ट, हमें तो राम मंदिर भी नहीं चाहिए. The BJP or the RSS, they pursued it through the legal means. आप कहते हैं RSS constitution में नहीं मानता ना. RSS went through the judicial route when it came to the Ram Mandir. How can you accuse the RSS of not believing in the constitution, or how can you accuse the BJP of not believing in the constitution? अरे शनि जी, hypocrisy मतलब थोड़ी तो देखिए कितनी hypocrite हो रहे हैं.
But I want to bring in Professor Sinha before I come to you, Akhil Swamiji. Professor Sinha, the criticism is that every time Mohan Bhagwat or the RSS leaders talk about Hindu Rashtra, the message that goes out is that this place is only for the Hindus. We don't have place for people who belong to or follow different faiths.
This is a very interesting question. Before coming to that, I have one remark. The gentleman has quoted Prime Minister. Narendra Modi is the first Prime Minister after independence, or you can say that since the colonial rule, that he has secularized the governance. And he propounded, which deserves more attention and more energy, people like us to enhance that narrative and debate, that there are only 4 castes. That 4 castes are poor, peasants, students, and women. Now see, these 4 castes encompass all the castes and communities. So I'm going to other questions. So I would advise him that if Prime Minister is establishing some wonderful narrative which is applicable to India as well as America, as well as Pakistan, as well as Turkey. So this we should celebrate that.
Okay.
So every time don't do politics, narrow politics. And Rahul Gandhi had done a very harm to this country by doing narrow politics, introducing narrow politics. I am coming to Mohan Bhagwatji's question. You know, Mohan Bhagwatji is one of the only person since 1970s. Before that, Sri Golwalkar was very highly acclaimed philosopher in this country, RSS chief, who did. Now, Mohan Bhagwatji, for the last 40 years, he is the person who is enlarging the horizon of the Hindutva.
Okay.
And by enlarging the horizon of Hindutva, there are 2 stages. One, those who are Sanatanis get united because our basic of our nationalism is humanism. Okay. So we don't hate mosque, we don't hate church. We want just that you have to accept the multicultural of Indian variant. That is Ekam Satyam Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. This is not multicultural of the West. This is multicultural of India. This is Indian variant of secularism, Indian variant of multiculturalism. Ekam Satyam Vipra Vadanti. There is one truth but differently spoken.
Okay.
Secondly,
one truth but differently spoken. Okay.
Secondly, the philosophy of our nation.
एक मिनट आ रही हूँ आपके पास.
Philosophy of our nation is globalism.
Okay.
Philosophy of our nation is globalism. So you see any Hindu thinker, right from Mohan Bhagwat ji to Shankaracharya or any thinker, they talk about not only the man, then man and woman, they talk about the mountain.
Okay.
So we believe in the universal consciousness.
Okay.
Not only
Okay. Professor Swamy, आपने इतने सारे आरोप लगाए तो थोड़ा सुनना तो पड़ेगा ना.
Interaction between Hinduism, Islam and Christianity.
हाँ. Okay, Professor Swamy.
अच्छा स्वाति, एक चीज बताइए, राकेश सिन्हा साहब से एक चीज पूछिए, जब हमारे सनातनियों में विवाह होता है 7 फेरे लेते अग्नि के, पत्नी को छोड़ना 7 फेरों के बाद, ये सनातन सम्मत है या नहीं?
प्रोफेसर स्वामी ऐसे पर्सनल आप जहां जा रहे हैं, आप जहां जा रहे हैं वो हम समझ रहे हैं, जहां जा रहे हैं वो हम समझ रहे हैं. प्रोफेसर स्वामी, आपसे मैंने रेवंत रेड्डी पर एक सवाल पूछा था. रेवंत रेड्डी, ठीक है प्रोफेसर सिन्हा आप जवाब देना चाहते हैं? ओके.
अब सुनिए, मैं इसका नहीं स्वाति जी इसका मैं उत्तर देता हूँ. स्वाति जी इसका उत्तर देता हूँ. दिस शुड नॉट बी एन आंसर. दिस आई एम गिविंग आंसर. गो एंड आस्क द नेहरू गांधी फैमिली व्हाट नेहरू डिड फॉर कमला नेहरू. एंटायर वर्ल्ड नोज.
ओके.
What Indira Gandhi did for Feroz Gandhi? Why don't Rahul Gandhi go to the moral?
Okay, all right. The debate tonight is on what Mohan Bhagwat said, the controversy around it. But questions need to be asked to leaders like Revanth Reddy as well, who've made it absolutely clear what the Congress party stands for, or with which particular religious identity does the Congress want to, and Tushar Gupta, I believe, want to come in. Congress party is batting for which community or wants to identify with which religious identity is absolutely clear now.
Absolutely. Swati, this is one point I've consistently made on time now for the Congress for every election from this day on, including Bihar. It's about getting the minority vote, lock, stock and barrel, and dividing up the majority vote in the name of caste, or jitni abadi utna haq. Congress today is a party that is fighting with the regional parties, not for elections, not for development, not for policy reforms, but to only garner as much minority vote as they can. That is the identity of the Congress today. I won't be surprised if tomorrow Congress starts identifying itself as a party of the Muslims, like Revanth Reddy said, on a national level even. Because that is how the Congress is operating. It's really shocking. But they were not present.
Okay, I'm completely out of time on this particular debate. But if you call BJP and RSS communal, the counter could have been that Congress party is equal to all religions and Congress party is equal to all castes. But Revanth Reddy chose to say Congress is equal to Muslims and Muslims is equal to Congress. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, Professor Akhil Swamy and Tushar Gupta will stay on with us. I'm thanking Professor Rakesh Sinha. Thank you very much for giving us your time. We're moving on now to debate number 2.